which for here in Texas, that's 4 p.m. But this seems like it's going to be giant.
Oh yeah, because it's PlayStation. Let's talk about the fact that Resistance 4 got canceled. You know, a game that the real PlayStation fan would have been looking forward to. You know, I mean, if exclusives is the reason as to why Sony's not revitalizing a lot of these dead franchises, then all I'm going to say is make these games multi-platform like what you're doing with Marathon. Because at the end of the day, I'm tired of suffering on PS5 and playing it for Xbox games just because Sony can't get it together. It wouldn't surprise me if all we've seen is third-party games in GTA 6 and that is it. That's going to be the rest of your 40 minutes. So this is not big. Okay, we get a God of War Saga collection, maybe a God of War reboot or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's still gonna pale in comparison to what we've heard with Resistance 4, man. You know, and if it does show up, I'm gonna be excited because that is the type of games that we want to see coming out from Sony. Even if the games are multiplayer, I don't care. I just want to see the games exist, man. I think you guys are forgetting the point. What is more important to you? Playing your favorite beloved games or having them exclusive to my platform? Because to be honest with you, exclusives is the reason as to why a lot of your PlayStation games are dead.
A 40-minute state of play. I mean, hopefully this isn't all focused on one game, but typically it is.
Hopefully we get Resistance 4, but you know, that's very unlikely. I mean, what? Death Stranding 2, a game they've showed, Metal Gear, Delta, okay, and some third-party Grand Theft Auto 6. There you go. That's all you're going to be getting. And maybe some Xbox games might be thrown in the mix. That's all you people going to be excited for, man. And baby steps. The state of no games, bro. How many times we have to go through this same exact thing for you people to realize that Sony don't have anything for you?
Actually, if it's a state of play that just centered on one game, they'll tell you that up front. But they're just saying, hey, this is it. We're going to completely blow your mind. So there's a good chance we're going to see Ghost of Yote. There's talks about maybe revealing all sorts of crazy patches and updates, maybe do levels for Astrobot, but
I don't care about all that. What about new games, man? I'm tired of all this DLC remasters and remakes, man. What about the new games? What about Resistance 4? What about Killzone? What about all the franchise Motorstorm? What about all the franchises that I've known and loved playing on a Sony platform? What about those games? A sequel to Ape Escape, Jak and Daxter. I mean, you guys got Ratchet and Clank. What about those titles? Because at the end of the day, we already know these titles is coming. So showing a little snippet of gameplay. So, and what? You think I really care about that? We already know these games is coming. Show me something that can actually impress us for once.
The singular item a lot of people are talking about the most is the constant talk about this God of War Greek Saga Remastered, which a bunch of leakers...
Which is really good, but at the end of the day, it's just a compilation of old games. At the end of the day, I want Sony to come out and hit the ground running saying we've been bringing back Killzone, Motorstorm, Infamous. Now that would be a good Sony state of play, but we all understand that those games don't bring money to the PlayStation fan base, which also therefore translates to Sony not wanting to make these games. And that's why Resistance 4 got canceled.
I want to refresh this. I want to look at people freak out. I feel like a lot of PlayStation fans are kind of chomping at the bit to hear specific release dates and get new gameplay. Now, I'm not expecting too much third-party stuff from certain brands.
No, that's more likely what you're going to get, man. It's going to be no different than what Microsoft does. And to be honest with you, a lot of the games they're going to show will be games that they've already announced. Maybe Marvel's Wolverine, you know, maybe Ghost of Yote, like you said. I don't know if they'll show Intergalactic, but honestly, I'm not looking forward to those games, bro. I'm really not, bro. Like, I want Sony to get it together. I want Sony to bring back SOCOM. I mean, there's so many of their beloved franchises that are just non-existent, all because of exclusivity. And like I've stated before, if it takes for these games to drop on PC, Xbox, or Nintendo Switch by all means, and we can get our favorite games back, then I'm all for it. But this type of crap, Death Stranding 2 gameplay, we got the God of War, which I will buy and purchase, the God of War Saga collection. I mean, what does this really do for the PlayStation fan that has already played these games already?
I feel like we're probably not going to see Assassin's Creed or Grand Theft Auto. I feel like this is finally just going to be Sony saying, hey, please remember the fact that we actually have first party, and it's not just The Last of Us remastered.
Yeah, so you guys are fully aware that Sony ain't dropped you games since the PlayStation 4. Thank you for mentioning that.
Remastered. Because we are so back. Oh, Resident Evil 9, Devil May Cry 8, Kingdom. Okay, this person being a silly person, but
oh, why is he being silly? Those are the games people want. A Resident Evil. They don't. They a new Devil May Cry, a new Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I get it. Like the whole, he's just trolling with it. But still, those are the franchises people want to see.
Oh my God, yeah, Wolverine. There's rumors we're going to see Wolverine. The Insomniac leaks that happened a couple of years back, so we're getting a standalone Venom game. Oh my God, time to figure out what I'll be grinding next. 40 minutes long, baby. Days Gone.
Another Spider-Man DLC game, because let's just be honest, man. All that could have been included with Marvel Spider-Man 2. No different than Miles Morales, man. Those are just over-glorified DLCs, bro, at this point, man. It's no different than how Cyberpunk got its expansion.
I feel like I like the fact that everybody is specifically freaking out about the length of it, right? It's not just about the girth. It is about the length. You got to hit the back wall a little bit. Now,
what do you... Huh? Bro, that was so out of left field. What? I
like the fact that everybody is specifically freaking out about the length of it, right? It's not just about the girth. It is about the length. You got to hit the back wall a little bit. Now, okay.
Yeah. You heard what he just said? I think it would be right about time he went out and said, Hey, Gabers, it's Dreamcast guy. Maybe that's why people, be saying that, because what you said was pretty questionable.
So, I just want to do a short, sweet video talking about it. Tomorrow, we'll actually get a chance to watch it together. If you want to hear a more long-form version of my predictions, my thoughts,
it's not even about the predictions. It's the fact that you guys are going to get disappointed again, and then you're going to go back to the same argument. Well, everybody got no games, even though you're playing Xbox games on the PS5. Because the best games on PlayStation 5 are Xbox titles. If you want to argue that, look at the top 10 trending games on your platform, and it will say exactly what I'm saying. This ain't no hatred. This is just me being honest. At the end of the day, if we're not getting no Resistance 4 or something of that nature, if we're getting something that we're already was anticipating, then I don't see the point of this state of play, considering the way Sony's been going out, man. Oh, we get Astrobot DLC. Bro, really? Seriously, guys? Is this what we doing? Greatness awaits. Because when it comes down to new, ambitious games, y'all clearly ain't getting it on PlayStation.
Yesterday that a lot of people really enjoyed, where I talked a lot about the leaks and stuff, but specifically about the idea of Bloodborne remastered and the thought about, well, what does it look like
I mean, at this point, man, even Nintendo gamers are getting more sequels than y'all. Y'all talk more about remasters and remakes than of anybody in this community, man. And like I said, I think the God of War Saga collection will be nice. Maybe they'll drop it as a like a shadow drop, like how Microsoft did with Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. Now, that would be pretty cool. I would more likely support that. But at the end of the day, man, they're still old games. These are games that I played already, and the only reason why I would support them, because I enjoyed them previously. But that's not going to make me be like, oh, that's the reason why the PS5 is so amazing. Because, if anything, it speaks on the testament of when those games came out originally. I mean, I play these games. It really doesn't do nothing for me, honestly.
A God of War remake. If they actually revealed not just a remaster, but God of War remake.
Let's remake God of War instead of finishing the story with Loki. Like, I mean, I'm done.
Okay, this has been short and sweet. Love you guys very much, and hopefully tomorrow is...
If you loved your supporters, you would have thanked them for donating all that money to your YouTube channel for your dentures. Man, listen. At the end of the day, you guys are going to get excited for nothing, bro. The best games coming to your platform is Xbox titles. We're fully aware of that. I would be shocked if Sony came out and dropped out Resistance 4, Infamous, Killzone coming back. Even if they multi-plat, bro, I would still be happy. That would be a good state of play to me. I don't care. I just want to see the first-party games coming out from Sony, man. At this point, I don't care if they're multi-plat. See, this is what you guys don't understand. Y'all want to sit there and console war about platforms. I just want to see my beloved franchises come back. If Sony came out and says, we're introducing SOCOM and it's going to be on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, Sony, you won the state of play. Oh, but it's on Xbox. I don't care if it's on Xbox. I want to play SOCOM. I want to play MAG. I want to play all these great classic games by any means necessary. And if that means by putting that game on another platform, by all means, I want it. And that it is what it is, bro. You guys are looking at the wrong picture, bro. So that's why when Microsoft revitalized Ninja Gaiden 4 and they say, oh, okay, it's multi-plat, we're producing it and all that, I don't care because I'm a huge fan of Ninja Gaiden. I don't care where the game goes. I'm a fan of the game, not a fan of where the game is on what platform. See, this is what you people don't understand. And this is why I tried to tell you that exclusives are hurting the gaming industry. I don't think Sony would have made their games extinct if they made them multi-platform. Because I do think people on Xbox and PC would support a Killzone or a MAG or something, or even a SOCOM. But it comes to the point where it's just like this whole lockdown exclusivity is the reason as to why we hear all these dream projects getting canceled. Oh, we got Resistance 4 coming out. Oh, yeah, this is awesome. We're hearing this news. And then bam, Sony's like, nah, we don't want to focus on that because that's going to cost us too much money. And we know our own audience ain't going to buy it. But maybe if it was multi-plat, maybe the game would be somewhat successful and we might actually want to take that gamble. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Exclusive games don't matter no more. What matters is the games and the output of games that we're getting, which clearly shows you that Microsoft is doing the best in that regard. It is what it is, while also managing their own platform. I mean, we cannot sit there and argue and refute this no more, because if you want to be a little pathetic fanboy, it's on my platform, well, go ahead and proceed to pay for the game that Microsoft gave you and give them 70% of your money for a game that you purchased. You're a big dummy. Because this exclusivity, in my personal opinion, is hurting video gaming, bro. Like, when we hear stuff like Resistance 4 getting canceled, you can't sit there and tell me that didn't hurt a little. That didn't hurt a little. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it should hurt like that. But that's something we would have all liked to see. But since we can't see it, because the game is exclusive, or that's what Sony would have want to push the game to be, well, Sony would rather can the whole project all together. Like, for example, you guys claim that you want that Last of Us multiplayer, but if I told you if that Last of Us multiplayer could exist, if it was on Xbox or PC, would you be on the bandwagon with that? Would you, as a PlayStation fanboy, say, you know what? I wouldn't mind seeing Last of Us multiplayer on Xbox and PC as long as the game exists. Because if you sit there and say that you would rather have the game be dead and canceled just so it could stay exclusive, I'm sorry to say, you are part of the problem of the gaming community. But hopefully you guys enjoy this video, man. And like I said, I'll definitely be covering the state of play. There ain't really nothing else to talk about, but we'll see what happens. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Take care. Peace out.